Hello, my name is Bahroz. I'm a finance executive by profession, and today we're diving into FBAR filing. What I will cover in this video is what is FBAR filing, why you need to file it, who needs to file it, when do we need to file it, and how to file it in a compliant way. I will also take you through steps of filing online form. So how do you go about filling in that form altogether? But before we go into this, one important ask. Please press the like button, as this keeps me motivated and helps me improve the quality and quantity of content that I post on this channel. And secondly, subscribe to the channel as well, because on this channel I post content pertaining to how you can achieve career success and build wealth. If these topics are of interest to you, then this channel is right for you. Now let's break it down by steps. Number one, what is FBAR? FBAR stands for Foreign Bank Account Report. It's a way for the US government to track foreign financial accounts and prevent tax evasion or money laundering for that matter. Essentially, if you are a US taxpayer with accounts abroad, the IRS wants to know about it. Why is FBAR needed? The main goal is transparency. The US has strict rules on global income and assets to ensure no one hides money in overseas accounts. Failing to file FBAR can result in hefty penalties up to $10,000 or more per violation, and in some cases criminal charges. It's a serious business. And it has nothing to do with your tax filing. This is a separate filing altogether with FinCEN, because they want transparency with regards to any money laundering or tax evasion. Now, who needs to file it? FBAR is required for US citizens, residents, and entities like corporations or trusts. This applies regardless of where you live. Even if you are an American expat abroad, you're still on the hook. Especially because I became a US resident, and hence for tax purposes I was paying tax in US, but I still have accounts in Canada where there was some value which was more than $10,000 in totality, and hence I had to do this filing. Now, when is FBAR filing needed? FBAR filing is to be done on or before 14th of April for the prior calendar year. Especially, as I said, if the accounts that you hold outside US add up to in totality more than $10,000, then 14th or before is your deadline for filing FBAR. Now, what needs to be reported? Well, you must report all foreign financial accounts, including bank accounts, brokerage accounts, mutual funds, even accounts where you only have signature authority but not ownership. How is it reported? FBAR filing isn't part of your tax return. It's done separately through FinCEN Form 114, which you submit online via the BSA e-filing system. The deadline is, as I said, 14th April, but there is an automatic extension to October 15th if you miss it. Now, what if you miss the deadline? That is past October 15th. Well, missing the FBAR filing deadline is not something you want to take lightly. The consequences depend on whether your failure to file was willful or non-willful. For non-willful violations, example, you didn't know you had to file, the penalty can still be up to $10,000 per account. For willful violations, the penalty can skyrocket to the greater of $100,000 or 50% of the account balance value per violation per year. That's on top of potential criminal charges. So don't take it lightly. Now, what if you miss the filing in past, which happened to me because I came to US in 2022, but I only started filing in 2023 for 2023. So I started my first filing or did my first filing in 2024 for 2023, but I missed 2022. In case you pick it first, then that is fine. However, if the US government picks it up, then you will be faced with penalties. So yes, you can go file it in backdated filing, or also go and amend previous filings, because it also happened to me that I missed one of my accounts, which was a brokerage account. Initially, I was just filling it for my bank account. So I had to go back, fill it for my brokerage account. In that case, I just had to go back and do an amendment, which is possible as well. So you can amend, you can also do a backdated, which I did for 2022. However, if the government finds it first before you do any amendments or before you file backdated, then there is a risk of you being charged with penalties. Now, final thoughts. Staying compliant with FBAR is non-negotiable. If you meet the criteria, then it's non-negotiable. If you're unsure about your filing obligations, I highly recommend you consult a tax professional. They can guide you through the process and ensure you're on the right track. If you got any questions about FBAR or filing requirements, well, you can make use of the tax accountant that I make use of, who helps me with all these filing and make sure that I am compliant and do it in time within the deadline, so I don't have to face any risk of penalties. The accountant that I use is a cross-border tax accountant who is aware of taxation requirements in Canada, in US both. So if you're someone who has assets in Canada, in US, or have a cross-border treatment of taxation, even if it's not involving Canada, it is US and some other country, then this individual is right for you. I can leave his link in the description of this video. You can check him out. Mind you, it's a paid link. However, any services that you will make use of or the payment that you'll do for the consultancy will eventually go as a credit against the eventual services that you will be making use of from this particular tax accountant. Plus, if you use this link, you will also get a 30% discount for the consultancy service. So it's a 30% discount, which is good. Plus, you are able to use this amount for future services as well. Now, let me share with you the exact process for filing the FBAR form. So here, what we will do is first go on the BSA e-filing system website using this link, which I will leave in the description of this video. Here you can file as individuals the FBAR. We have two ways of filing it. One is downloading the form, filling the form, and then submitting the form. The other way is to file the form online, which is to fill the form online and then to submit it online as well, which is more easier, and hence I will use this option, prepare and submit. I click on this. Here I am to provide my email address first, so I provide my email address. Then I confirm my email address. Then I provide my first name, my last name, and then I'll put my phone number here, and I will click on Start FBAR. Here I need to provide my full name, which is what is the filing name. So I provide my full name, and if the report is being filed late, then you select one of the options here, and once you select those options, then you also give some explanation why are you filing it late. Here we won't press anything which is sign, form, remove, signature or submit. First we will fill the form and then come back to this. Here we will put the year for which we are filing. I'm doing it for 2023. If it's an amended form, which means you've submitted before, then you select amended and you provide the previous BSA identifier number here, which is the completion number that you had when you completed the form earlier. If not, then you move forward. Here you provide which type of filer you are. I'm individual. Here you provide the social security number, and with that you also need to select that you're providing social security number. If you provide your social security number here, then you don't need to fill field 4. You provide your date of birth here. Here you provide your last name, then your first name, then your middle name. No need to provide the suffix. Here you provide your address. Here you provide your address, then your city details, altogether, state and everything. Does the filer have financial interest in 25 or more financial accounts? Which means if you have 25 or more different financial accounts, then you select yes. For me, it is no. Does the filer have signature authority over but no financial interest in 25 or more financial accounts? Well, for me, this is no, because I don't have any account where I have signature authority but don't have financial interest. So this is no. On the first one, I have, I think, around six accounts almost. Some are joint, some are single, and hence they are less than 25. So I selected no. Here first you need to read this part, which is information on financial accounts owned separately. This is any account that you own separately. So here you need to put the maximum value. So for instance, I put the maximum value for one of my accounts, which is 47,602. Remember, the amount is actually in Canadian dollars, but I've converted it into USD. So the USD amount is 47,602, although the amount that is in the account is in Canadian dollars. So you have to convert it using the exchange rate. On the website of IRS provides the on their website exchange rates for every year for different countries. So use that particular exchange rate. I've used 1.350 for 2023. Type of account, it's a security. It's an individual account, it's a security. Institution name is Questrade. Account number, so here you provide the account number, then you provide the address here. I provide the address, city, country, then you provide the state here, and postal code. Okay, now do I have any more accounts which I own separately? If yes, you click plus here and it provides you the same form again. Fill out this form as well, exactly the way you filled the above one. So I have 2 trading accounts in Questrade which are singularly owned, and hence I'm filling for both of those. So keep filling if you have more accounts. So once you've done filing or reporting all the individual accounts, now it is the turn to file any accounts that you own jointly. So I have one security account and two bank accounts that I own jointly with my wife, so I'll mention those here. Again, same maximum amount. And here you need to mention number of joint owners, so we are in total 2. Then you also need to provide the details of the joint owner, so their SIN number here and type of SIN, so their social security number and what type is it, so social security select here, their name because it is with my wife, first name, and then you provide your address and other details as well, like their address and other details. If you have more than one account, then again you select plus here, so you add another form. Here it gives you an option whether to check if the other person is an entity, because the other person is not an entity, it's an individual, which is my wife, so I have not selected anything here. You only check it if the other person who is the joint owner is an entity. If there are more accounts, you add another form. Now we come down, and here the form is for information on financial accounts where filer has signature or other authority but no financial interest. I don't have any such account, so you can leave this blank if it's same for you. Information on financial accounts where filer is filing a consolidated report. That doesn't apply to me either. This is again for any business that you own, but not for proper individual owners, so this is not for me. And then we come down, and here we are required to check if the report is being filed by a third party, which is not the case. And because it is being filed by me, I don't need to check this. And if you have not checked this, you can simply go back to the home page, because this part of the form is not required for you to be filled, which means we go up here, and the part that we missed initially or we parked was sign the form. So first sign the form, then you submit the form. Once you submit, it will send you an email and ask you to download a copy of the form. You can do so, and your form submission is complete. You will receive an email in which there will be an identifier number. Keep that safe and handy. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully after watching this video, you have mastered the process of filing FBAR form altogether.